Big kitchen. Today I will be demonstrating how to make vanilla ice cream. Here I have already my ingredients ready to add the heavy cream to the vanilla apparat. Look at it, the vanilla that has been made, that is the cornstarch mixture. I'm going to add now my heavy cream, and then I will pass it through a very fine sieve to remove every impurity, to any impurity that has been that is trapped in the cornstarch or in the vanilla, in the apparat here, in the mixture. I will have to remove the it through using a very fine sieve to give it that silky form of vanilla that I am looking for. So without much ado, and later I will also be showing how you can make a very delicious beef croquette using also basic recipe. So let's just start by showing you. First of all, my name is Chef Vivian. I am here, a chef who is trying to show you and share my knowledge and passion about modern cuisine, and also French and Belgian classic, and also fine dining in general. So if that is your thing and you like to know much about, or how much know how to cook better meals at home, or invite girls to your dinner, and maybe you like to enhance also your kitchen, then here is the right channel for you. I believe that you can learn a lot coming to this channel. So without much ado, let me just start by adding the heavy cream to the vanilla mixture. So as I told you in the recipe before, in the live video before, I always add my vanilla, my heavy cream to my vanilla mixture at the end. That is before, just before I tune my ice cream in the machine, because I find it very fresh. I find it fresher instead of cooking the heavy cream with the vanilla. I find it more fresh, that I don't find it more fresh that you don't cook the heavy cream with the egg mixture. So I do it this way. I add the heavy cream just before I tune the vanilla. So you can see it now. The mixture is beautiful. I'm going to add the second liter. You can find all the recipe in our vanilla ice cream video on our channel. I already made this vanilla ice cream, and the recipe you can find in the channel. If you would like to recreate this recipe, I bet you will not regret it, because it's really delicious, silky vanilla ice cream. And this ice cream, you can save it in your freezer and use it on a later day. So it's not like all those ice cream where when you remove it, they are like a block, ice block. You can no more serve it. But this one is really silky ice cream. You can serve it. You just take it out from your freezer and you set it on a counter. You let it for 5 minutes to 7 minutes, and you have that same silky consistency of vanilla ice cream that you are looking for. And if you are saving it like we are using it within a week or so, 3 days to 4 days, you can just save it on a freezer that is not so strong, that is, I mean, around minus 14 degrees, and you can just serve it right away, still hard, between hard and soft. So I'm going to sieve it through the fine sieve. As I said, it's a really fine sieve. That is the fineness that you can find in the market. So everything have to be really trapped here. There must be nothing that is rough, any roughage going through that sieve. So it's very important that you are using the very smallest hole that you can find ever. So that this gives the really silky texture to the vanilla ice cream, that you are looking for. You see, that is a consistency that you are looking for when you are making this ice cream. So we are already made the apron. Allow it to cool down a lot. I will be putting this aside first. So thank you everyone for joining. Welcome to Klavertje kitchen. Happy weekend. I hope you people are having fun. Let us know where you are watching us from. We'll be so glad to know this. Thank you. I'm here to show you some of the technique and some of the things we do here in our kitchen, like the vanilla ice cream, of course, that you are watching me now doing. So I'm going to clean my container here using my spatula. It helps so much easier to remove everything. So you see it's clean. I'm going to just press it through. So you see everything we go through the fine strainer, or sieve. So that is the meaning. The aim, you have to make sure you are using the smallest strainer that you have, because you don't want any chunk or impurity going through the strainer. And this is where you can receive or have that silky vanilla texture that you are looking for in an ice cream. Look at it. Look what I'm speaking about. Look how it looks. So there is a lot of rough edges, I will call it. You see, so you see the vanilla purd there. You just give it a press a bit, because there's still a lot of flavor in the vanilla purd. So I'm just going to use my spatula to press it a bit and let the flavor go through the strainer, and then I'm going to clean it up here like this. You can see how dark it is. That is the end flavor of the vanilla purd. So I'm cleaning it this way. So I'm going to just give it a good mix so that everything will be coming together before I begin to churn. Look how beautiful. That is how your mixture should look like. This mixture has been brought to a cook point of about 85 degrees Celsius. That is egg yolk that is mixed with sugar and vanilla purd. And then I added also milk, 2 liters of milk. Of course, all the recipe, you find it on our channel. We have a vanilla ice cream recipe on the channel, where you will find the exact recipe that we use for this demonstration. So make sure you check it out if you are interested to make this vanilla ice cream. It is the silkiest that you can ever find. There is nothing that is so delicious as this. Look how much it looks so good. So that is it. So let me clean up my table here and set everything aside so we can continue the demonstration. So now I'm going to start tuning the vanilla ice cream. You see, this is how your mixture should look like when you are making vanilla ice cream. See how beautiful that looks? That is how it should look like. You want to make a vanilla ice cream that is not icy, that you don't want to have an ice crystal in your vanilla ice cream. You have to make sure that it looks this way. You see, it has the body, the binding, and you are sure that you have that silky vanilla when you pass it through a strainer that is really small to create that silky effect, a mouthful with the heavy cream when after tuning it. So let me go into take you to the machine so that you can see here how we tune it. So here is the vanilla. I'm going to turn the machine so that it will be easier to fill in the machine. So I'm just going to fill the machine with, let me put my spoon the other way around. Okay, so I'm just going to fill the machine now and start tuning. So it's as easy as that. You see how beautiful the texture is. That is how the end result will be. So I'm going to just cover it. So this is just a simple tuning machine. So it's so simple to clean also and easy. So I'm just going to turn it and I will close the machine and allow it to do its job. It is as simple as that. Also, this mixture, this vanilla apron, come closer so that they can see it. So this vanilla apron, what you see here, or mixture, you can also make an ice cream without a machine. So this apron, you have to have a certain a bowl. You pour the amount that you want in the bowl. You whip a little bit of more heavy cream because you need more heavy cream if you don't have a tuning machine. Then you add it to the apron. You mix it very well to give it more lightness or airiness. You have to place it in the freezer for 2 hours or 2 hours and a half. You take it out, you mix it with your whisk, or otherwise you use something to bring it up, to mix it up, to give it more light, more air. So every 2 hours you have to do it until it becomes hard. Normally the volume should also be about a quarter more double in size. So it gives you also that lightness, and you can also then have almost the same result as tuning it in the machine. It should not be almost, it's not the same result, but it is almost the same result because it's better than most of the ice cream that you have out there or that you see on internet. So secondly, ice cream is the best when you make it in a tuning machine. That is so simple as that. But there's other technique also that you can use, which is using another machine. They call it a Croquettes. Using a Croquettes is also simple. You don't need to tune it. So a Croquettes, add air into your machine. That is to say, you have to just pour this mixture into the container of the Croquettes. Then you place it in your freezer, and when you want to use it, or an hour or 30 minutes before you want to use it, you let it to stir or to turn. So when it's done, it's like grinding your ice cream and giving it that smooth texture. So you can just scoop it out very soft. So but it's a very expensive machine. We don't have it here in our kitchen presently, but I've used it before in the past in some of the kitchens that I've worked. So that is the best method that you can make really silky and delicious ice cream. But this tuning machine, I find it the best when you are making ice cream. But if you are making all the blending ice cream, that is, we call it ice cream a la minute. That is a minute ice cream. You can definitely not save those ice cream for later days. because after a couple of hours they are like a rock. You cannot even scoop the ice cream. Look at the most ice cream that you see online. It is very icy. You cannot scoop it. And ice cream should be scoopable. And it should be very smooth to scoop. And if you cannot scoop it that way, it is not the right ice cream texture that you are having. So let me just place this in the fridge so that I can show you other things why the ice cream is churning. So I'm going to place this because I want to give it cool temperature so that it will be easy to churn. Let me continue so that I can show you further what we have to do next. So let's know in the comments if you have any question. We are just here to have fun and also show you some of the things we do here in our kitchen and some of the techniques that we use here also to cook in our kitchen. So now I'm going to make some, I have here some meat. So I'm just going to blend the meat. Welcome everyone once again to Klavertje Kitchen. Thank you for joining us here with Chef Vivian. Happy weekend. Let us know in the comments where you are watching us from. Thank you so much. And share our videos with your friends and family. Go to our channel and you watch most of our videos and see what we are doing here in our kitchen. If you love fine dining, stay with us. If this is your thing or you want to learn more about modern cuisine. I'm just blending. I want to blend the meat. Then I will show next what I'm going to do with it. Making the beef croquettes. So it's just beef that I cook until it's tender. You can see that the beef is cooked to tender. So I'm just going to blend the beef now before I add it to I make the croquettes. So when you are making croquettes also you have to be sure that the beef doesn't have any vein in it. Otherwise it will be hard to blend or to chew. So what I'm going to do is just blending it. I will just blend it and make sure that so that's just what I want to do, blend it to make a very delicious croquette. So how do we make croquette? We just first, depends on any ingredient you want to make. We can make. We make a lot of croquettes in our kitchen. We make beef croquettes. We make vegetable and veggie croquettes. We make how do you call it? Also fish croquettes, shrimp croquettes. So we make a lot of different types of croquettes. So croquette is a process of just like making the ingredient and mixing it with a salt, a kind of flubar, how do you call it, liquid, which is combined of flour and butter and sometimes, not always, some cream, and then some heavy cream, and then we add also the binding ingredient to keep it hard when you want to bread it. So let me just show you the process so that you can see. So it's so simple sometimes to think of, but it's not so easy as most people think, because I have seen a lot of croquettes and that people show or make on the internet or on YouTube, and I find it not really, correct. So that is why I think it's to be a good idea to share this recipe or to show how we do it here in our kitchen. So now I have blended the beef. You can see that the beef has been blended. I should just make sure that there's no big chunks there in the beef. Okay, it's okay. So I'm going to take it off here and control it a bit to see that there is no big chunks like somewhere there. Okay, everything is okay. I'm going to put my blender away and I'll be back. So I'm removing here. Thank you everyone. Welcome to Klavertje kitchen. Happy weekend. So the ice cream is churning. Maybe you should go and show them, cameraman, that the ice cream is halfway. So now I'm going to set my pot on. I'm going to sieve the juice of the beef. So here is all the deliciousness. You see how delicious it is? This is so delicious. Yes. And all the deliciousness that you see there, I'm going to use this to press it a bit. So we have it there. So for this recipe, we also need some binding to it. So I'm going to add to whip some gelatin. That is gelatin. You see, I'm going to mix some gelatin to it so that it has a flavor that is very silky, that is very running when you fry it. So that is the aim of it, adding gelatin to it. So
Sapna asks, where are you from?
I am from Belgium. Welcome.
Sapna.
Satna, welcome.
Sapna.
Sapna. Sapna.
Yeah.
Welcome and good evening. Happy weekend. We are from Belgium. Thank you for joining us. Let us know in the comment, where are you joining us from? Let us know. We'll be so happy to know where you are joining us from. Thank you for joining us in the first place. So I'm going to start cooking. I'm just going to bring this to a cook. Oh, okay, my pot is not responding, so let me bring another pot.
Sapna say, I am from India.
Oh, up Indians. Thank you all the Indian watching us. Thank you so much. We live in Belgium. Thank you for joining us. We love you guys. Thank you so much and happy weekend. I hope you're having a great day and a great weekend. Thank you for staying tuned to our channel. Thank you so much. And you're highly welcome to this community. So I have here the gelatin that I'm soaking and dehydrating. So here is the milk I added to it. So I'm just going to add some seasoning. So this is just black pepper or white pepper I'm using here. Thank you so much, each and every one of you, and happy weekend.
Sapna say, it's 12 hours 20. I am in India. It's noon, eh?
Oh, it's noon, yes.
12. And here?
Yes, we are here. Here is
8 uur 50.
Yes.
20 uur 50.
Yes.
20, 2050.
It's 2050 here. That is 8 o'clock. It's 10 minutes
PM.
10 minutes before 9 p.m. in Belgium.
Doesn't matter.
Thank you so much for letting us know. We can never know if you don't let us know. We are so glad that you are here to share with us the time you are now in your country. Welcome for joining us. We are so grateful you are here. It's about 9 p.m. here in Belgium.
Yeah.
Yes.
10:20. Almost.
So delicious. Okay. I'm going to add a bit ingredients. Bit of salt, and I'll wait and I will see what will happen. Maybe I will add more or not. I will see. So what is happening here is our ice cream. Look at that. So beautiful, gorgeous. Started already. See how beautiful it is. It takes very little. This ice cream machine, we have it now for how long, darling? 11 years.
Yes.
We have it now for 11 years and we have never been disappointed. It's so good, so good. And what I find fascinating about this ice cream machine is that it's so easy to clean. It is not like other machines. You remember when you have all kind of, you don't even know how to clean it. This machine is so easy. You take the turning iron there out and you are done. You just clean it and you are good to go. So I find it one of the best machine there for ice cream. Not all the complicated types of machines. So I'm really happy with the machine. It's working for 11 years and we are so glad we bought it. So thank you everyone. We will be waiting here because we have two sections now. We can show you the ice cream that we are tuning and we can also show you the croquette mixture here that is going on. So in between, so I'm getting ready there, putting all everything there together to remove the first scoop. But you can see in between the milk mixture is getting warmer, and I will be adding the roux to it. So I'll be adding some roux to it to give it a binding, and then I'll add the gelatin, and then I will add then the beef to it. So it will be so delicious. We always make it here in the kitchen and we serve it to our guests, and everyone is delighted when they receive this delicious beef croquette. You can also find it on our channel. We have already made also a video about this recipe. You can find it on our channel. So go to Klavertje Vier kitchen, which is 4-leaf clover in English, 4-leaf clover kitchen. When you type it, you will find our channel, and you can watch other videos that we have made in the previous years and maybe months also. Look, it starts steaming. So now it starts steaming, I will just add to the milk mixture. I already know the recipe offhand. I know what the texture that I'm looking for. So if you are new, you can check the recipe, the complete recipe on the channel. But like me, I've been making it for a long time. So I don't need any mixture to any recipe to make this. I know the consistency that I'm looking for. So I first stir it. I make sure I stir it this way to make sure you see how beautiful it is. And this mixture is just a combination of flour and butter. So it's a combination of, that is flour, just flour, all-purpose flour with butter. So you have the 50%. That is what it's made up of. So you don't have any difficulty. You can make it yourself right away. That is by combining 50% of flour and 50% of butter. You can also make it sometimes. I also, depending on what the recipe I want to do, I make it sometimes 40% butter and 60% all-purpose flour. So I'm going to reduce my heat because I want to prevent that it's burning or sticking. So as you see, the stove is very strong, so I want to prevent it from burning. So I'm going to reduce the heat to almost minimum and give it some time so that the flour test, I can cook the flour test a bit. So you know, when you have to make sure that the dough is okay, because when you add the gelatin you cannot cook any more further. So you have to make sure that the consistency is right before you add the other ingredient. So I'm going to cook it just for about 2 more minutes or 3 more minutes, so that it doesn't taste any more raw dough. Thank you everyone for joining us. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us. Happy weekend. We are here we have started the weekend now. It's about 9 p.m. here in Belgium, and we don't know where you are watching us from. Let us know in the comments below. We'll be so glad to know where you are watching us from. And if you are new here, let us also know. Let us know if you like cooking and what you like cooking. So this is the dough for now. So I'm going to just add, I'm going to add now my beef. So this is my beef. I'm adding my beef to so the beef was cooked. You have to cook the beef first. So because if you don't cook the beef will be raw. So you have to cook the beef until it's tender, and then you have to blend it in the blender. Then I'm just going to stir the beef and incorporate it into the dough. You see what I'm doing? And you will know where the gelatin come to, where it comes to play later. So I will just stir it, make sure everything is well mixed up, and then I'm going to test it, and I'm going to check if we need more flavor or not, because after now you cannot add any more flavor. So you make sure everything is coming well together. So I'm going to test it. I'm going to add some pepper. Because it has to taste very good. You cannot add any more ingredient after now, so it has to be right. The seasoning has to be right. So I'm going to bring everything again together. So I'm going to bring another spoon so I can test it again. I think just a bit of salt and it will be fine. Then I'm going to scoop the ice cream and give it some time. We'll be scooping the ice cream now. Let's go. So
Taste
let's
okay?
scoop the ice cream and give it just a few minutes. Look how beautiful it is, the ice cream. So that is how delicious your ice cream should look like. Look at that. You see how silky it looks? That is how your ice cream should look like. Look at that. You see it? So nobody that don't like this type of ice cream, you see how delicious and how silky it is? See how silky it is? I'm just going to transfer it now to the freezer for a couple of minutes before we serve it. So in between, I'm going to make to show you the how to transfer the croquettes to a container where we allow it to cool down a bit before we make the croquettes later. So you see how silky the ice cream look like? That is how a good and silky ice cream should look like. Look at that. So look how beautiful it is. Look at that. I'm just going to transfer the ice cream now to the freezer. Look, I'm just closing it up. I'll place it in the freezer and later we are going to show you how we serve it. So we are going to continue to tune the ice cream because we have a lot to tune. We don't make just one portion of ice cream. So each time I mix it a bit to bring all the vanilla flavor again together. So I'm closing it again. There's it, and I turn my tuner. Going to transfer it now to a smaller because it's easier to pour it into the tuner. So it's easier. and it takes up little less space in the fridge. Let us know in the comments where you are watching us from. Thank you everyone for joining us. Welcome to Klavertje Kitchen here with Chef Vivian. We are showing you today how to make delicious vanilla ice cream made from scratch. Here from our little kitchen. Here we make delicious fresh meal and we share that with you guys. So I'm going to set it again. So now I'm going to continue here making. You see, I have already made the croquette filling, we call it. So I'm just going to add the gelatin now to it. Remove the water. It has been, you see, hydrated. I add it to the beef croquette. Then I bring everything together. You see the reason why you should add the gelatin to the beef croquette. It just softens it and give it that silky flavor and texture that you are looking for in a croquette. So it will be so silky now, and when you are baking the croquette, it just flow. It will be crispy from outside and it's flowing from inside. So that is how you can achieve that flowing texture in a croquette. So now I'm still going to add a little bit of mouth-filling, that is heavy cream, to give it more silkiness. I'm going to add a bit of heavy cream to just give it a finishing touch. It really adds mouthful and silkiness to the croquette. Still add a bit. See how flowing it is? That is how it should look when you bake the croquette or you deep fry it. It should be really silky, flowing. It should be flowing like this. You see, I'm still just going to add a bit, not too much, just a bit of cream, and we are done, and it's okay. Then I'm going to test again for the flavor last and season if it's needed. Yes, that is the right texture you are looking for. I will still control it to see if yes, that is what we are looking for. If you are frying the croquette, that is not too flowing and is not too dry. You see what it looks like? That is how it should be flowing. That is how your croquette should look like. Okay. So now I'm going to test it for flavor. I think I'm going to add a bit of salt, just a pinch, not too much because you cannot do anything more after this time. So now we have it, the delicious croquette filling that anyone would be amazed to receive as an appetizer. So we call it here bitterballen in Belgium. So it's ready. I'm going to bring my tray. I'm going to lay the tray, receive it. In the patch pepper. And I'm just going to transfer this to the tray. So in my hands. That's messy. So let us know in the comments where you are watching us from. Thank you for joining us here in our little kitchen. Thank you. Happy weekend to each and every one of you watching us at the moment. It's not warm anymore, so I can just place it this way. So we have already finished this. You see how simple it is to make, and just spreading it. I'll allow it to cool down. And then setting all my work. So there's something really important if you're making a croquette, that you try to cover the flour, because it contains flour and it's going to dry up very easily. So you have to cover it with a plastic foil or a cling film, to prevent the dryness. So you have to cover it. Sometimes difficult. It's almost at the end, that is why it's okay. So you have to cover it and make sure you press it to the surface. This will prevent any dryness from the mixture or from the croquettes. So you have to press it this way. You let it touch it. It's as if you are also making a pastry cream. So this prevents the dough from getting dry, so to remain very silky without any dryness. So that is how you do it. Fill it and press it like this to the surface. Then I'm going to cover again above. So I just set it aside. I let it to cool down in a room temperature before we can, then I can place it in the refrigerator later, because before I can start making the croquette. So I'm going to put it aside. That is not disturbing us. Just clean up all my surrounding, and then we can do something further. So let me show you. Look at the tomatoes that were drying yesterday, that were dehydrated, that we were drying yesterday. You see the tomatoes is ready now to be, to be conserved. It's so delicious. It's dried and it's crispy. At this moment now, we are just going to transfer them. You see, this is still drying. It's still wet. The one from above. But this is almost ready, but I'll still give it some couple of minutes or maybe 1 hour before I can transfer it into a jug. Then I will fill it with olive oil to keep it under, to prevent any bacteria or fungi to going into it. And we can preserve it for at least some couple of weeks, and we can use it towards the winter before it's before the winter arrives. So it's a method of preserving your tomatoes if you have too much or more tomatoes like we have here harvested from our garden. So we try to prolong or extend the lifespan of the tomatoes by dehydrating it and preserving it for more weeks to be consumed. So this is one of the things we showed yesterday, and it's a continuum of the drying process. We stopped drying it yesterday, and today, since we did some service, after the service we continue again to the drying process, which is about to complete now, and we can put it in a jug and fill the jug with olive oil to give it more longevity. So here is the second batch, you see, of the vanilla ice cream also ready now. So I'm just going to transfer it again. I'm bringing the apron out of the fridge, which is so silky. So I'm going to scoop this out again, and then I can show you now the end result, because the other one is like resting in the, see how beautiful it is, silky it is. So when you place it in the freezer for about 2 hours, and you can have that silky, like now it is too soft, to be eaten. So you just have to place it in the freezer for about 2 hours and 2 hours and more, a little bit more, and you can have that really silky, delicious vanilla ice cream that you will ever dream of eating. So look how silky it is, and the end result is so delicious also. It's full of flavor, that eggy and taste of vanilla. and the vanilla pod, and everything is just coming together. It's really delicious. I hope you try this recipe once at home, and if you have a tuning machine, it will be really delicious. But if you don't have a tuning machine, you can still make vanilla ice cream, but it's a bit technical. You have to know a little bit about how it works, or you can also watch our channel. We have the recipe of vanilla ice cream making without a machine, so you can check it out. So I'm going to bring this again to the freezer, and I will be back. So I'm just going to continue the process while I show you how we can plate our delicious vanilla ice cream that everyone will be dreaming of eating. So I'm just going to turn the machine again. That is one of the most gorgeous machines that we have here in our kitchen. So I'm now going to show you the machine is churning and the ice cream starts churning again. So I'm going to show you. So let's bring a delicious vanilla ice cream together. So I'm just going to show you how to plate a simple vanilla ice cream. It's so delicious. I have here some beautiful, So I'm just going to lay it here in the middle. That is a beautiful merengue crumbles. I made the crumbles myself. So easy. You add dry raspberry to the merengue, that is sugar with egg white, and then you whisk it to a foamy consistency, and then you place it on a baking patch paper, and then you dry it in a low heat temperature, about 120 degrees first. I dry it, then I reduce it to about 90 degrees. Let it dry until it becomes very dry and crumbles. So that is how beautiful and easy it is to make a decoration. So I have here also a little bit of the raspberry. So I'm going to show you now. So I have here the delicious vanilla ice cream that I made. You see how silky it is. It has not rested a lot, but I'm just going to show you the end result, how it looks, and then you can tell me what you think about this vanilla ice cream. See how you should be able to scoop your ice cream like this. Look how delicious it is. So I'm just laying the ice cream. See how beautiful it is. That is how your ice cream should look like. You should be able to scoop it immediately when with your spoon. So look how delicious that is. I think everyone will be dreaming of eating such an ice cream. So I'm just going to add a little bit of more flavor to the vanilla ice cream, but just not too much. You don't need to do anything much. Here you have your delicious vanilla ice cream with no time silky vanilla ice cream. And if I want to give it more fancy, I just add this to it. Maybe it's too big here. I add something like this to it. Wait, I'm going to place it this side so it has a little bit of balance. Maybe so. Okay, look at that. So what do you think? What do you think, guys? What do you think? This is the end result of the vanilla ice cream that I made from scratch. Silky vanilla ice cream. That is vanilla ice cream on top of a rose merengue. The rose merengue is made from raspberry powder. I added it to the merengue and the sugar. I whisk it together, and the powder is also made from dried raspberry that we dehydrated in a low temperature of 40 degrees until this powder that you see, and we add it to the merengue also, and that powder we also use here for our decoration next the vanilla ice cream. So this is all about fine dining recipe. For those of you who are interested, it's of course not for everybody. If you like cooking this way and you want to learn how to cook more like a chef in the comfort of your own home using simple ingredients that you can find around you, so it is not always so difficult. It is all about technique, and it's all about interest. So it is interest for those of you who love fine dining and who want to cook more like a chef or like a pro in the comfort of your own home using simple ingredients. The all ingredients you see here is the ingredient that you can find everywhere around you. Look how delicious it is. This is our vanilla ice cream here. Of course, we give more than one scoop. So it is not that we serve one scoop to our clients. We always give more than that. I'm just showing you for a presentation. It can be fine dining at home. Maybe you have eaten a lot and you don't want to eat much anymore. You want to just eat something like fresh and delicious. So this is my presentation for you this Saturday. Vanilla ice cream made from home, fresh, you see?
Friday.
So today, this Friday, sorry, it's not Saturday, I'm sorry. So today I'm sharing this with you so that you can use it as an inspiration if you want to make something like this in the comfort of your own home using simple ingredients. So that is it for today. Here, Chef Vivian, thank you each and every one of you for joining us in this episode of vanilla ice cream. Like you see, we churn it here from scratch. We make everything here from scratch every time in our kitchen for each and every client that visit us to dine. So we make everything fresh here and in a very small quantity, because we can only serve very few people. We serve only people on reservations. And if you like what we are doing here, you want to learn more, you can check out our channel and check out most of the recipes on our channel, and you can learn how to make this gorgeous vanilla ice cream that you see here, and also the merengue. I have also a recipe of merengue, but I will still make other recipes so that you can see how easy it is to create and make this delicious merengue that you are seeing here. So thank you everyone once again for joining us from our little city here from Churn and our little country of Belgium in the province of West Flanders. I say ciao everyone and see you. So tomorrow, hope you will be joining us again to see what we are going to do with the croquette, with the beef croquette, because we'll be showing a really final touch of how the croquette should look like. It will be amazing. If you want to join us, you want to learn live what we are doing here, because we don't have much time to create more videos or more things. We just want to share our love, our passion, and our knowledge about modern cuisine and fine dining in general. You want to learn more, join us here each time when we go live to share our knowledge direct with you guys. So thank you. Here Chef Vivian. Ciao for now and see you in the next episode. Bye everyone. Ciao.